Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to Keeping It Real. My name is Sola, and you know I got to keep it real with you. It's been a long time, and I hope everybody is doing okay. Let's get things started. Welcome and relax, because you know I got to keep it real. Welcome back to Keeping It Real. My name is Sola, and you know I got to keep it real. Well, Cuba Gooding Jr. was caught in a sticky situation last week, and it seems like he found himself in a little bit of a mix. According to TMZ, the actor is being sued for sexual misconduct, and his lawyer, Mark Heller, told TMZ that the accuser is a long-term fan of Cuba Gooding Jr. and, he admits that he did touch her as seen in the video released, but he did so in a cordial manner. He also insists that he did not touch her in a sexual manner or in a flirty manner, you know what I mean? And, didn't mean to touch or didn't even try to touch her breasts. We're going to be looking at the video in another episode. So we're going to see if that's true. And, just so you know, he was arrested on Thursday last week and booked for a misdemeanor. And, just keeping it real, Cuba, once you cross that line, I don't know, I seen a clip of the video, but I've always thought that once you cross that line, that line where space, between another person and yourself, and you invade their personal space, I think, you might not have intended it to, but because it was done, they read it that way, and that's just human nature. You know what I mean? It could be a misunderstanding, but at the same time, that's why we all got to know about our personal space and how open we are to even strangers. You know what I mean? We got kids looking up to people, so keeping it real, don't cross that line. They won't come for your behind. Now, I'll be right back with some breaking news right out of Toronto. I don't know what's going on, but we got to check it out. Stay tuned, and we're coming back with Keeping It Real. I am Sola. Welcome back, my people. My name is Sola, and you know that we are always keeping it real. But we've got some breaking news coming out of Toronto. There was a shooting at the Toronto Raptors victory parade on Monday night in Canada, and all hell apparently broke loose. Downtown Toronto, where thousands gathered to celebrate the team's victory in the NBA Finals. But in video clips released on the internet, we could hear gunshots and people started running, and there are reports that people were stamped on, and a lot of things that happened in public places that we're not too happy about. 4 people suffered injuries, but all are expected to survive. That is some great news. It is so sad that in today's society we are still, having to watch over our shoulders when we gather, in public spaces. I'm also keeping it real and wondering why in an open area like that, security did not extend to having metal detectors to keep the people safe. It's one thing to be united and organizing, but we should always be on our guard and protect ourselves all the time, and just not, be so lax and just thinking that, everybody who's going to be around is going to be family or is going to be friends, you know what I mean? Sometimes you're going to have those people who are always lurking in the shadows waiting to do something. So that's what I got to say. And I'll be back with the closing and also some keeping it real, because there's some stuff that I saw and I got to keep it real, okay? And we're going to talk about that when I come back. Bless you and thank you for keeping it real. My name is Sola. Let's go. Thank you for keeping it real with me. My name is Sola, and I'm back with some weird news. A daughter in the Middle East was forced to live as a boy and is forced to live as a boy because her parents really, really wanted a boy. And she's a girl. But, the society is so patriarchal and sons are highly valued more than daughters. So the father even talked boldly about how he made his daughter into a boy. And to be honest with you and keeping it real, it is so wrong on so many levels. Everyone is valuable and can offer the world a lot if only they're given a chance. So that's what I got to say to that. I think we need to really start respecting, the sexes and how, important they both are to moving mankind forward. I just got to keep it real. That's some weird stuff, and I'm so glad that we into that. After the break, we're going to keep it real with a final closing note. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Keeping It Real. My name is Sola, and I got to keep it real with the closing, and I got to really, really say that I know this took me a little bit of time, but one thing I'm working on is just making sure that I have something valuable to say, something positive to impact in your life. I'm not just on here just to be viewed or just to be seen, but it's to pass a message of hope, of love and forgiveness, and also to just, say that attacking lawmakers, you know what I mean, throwing stuff on them, egging them, destroying their cars, destroying their property. It's really got to stop. And we must simply, if we don't agree with their policies or if we're impatient with what they do or we're even upset with the way that we're treated at organizations, the best thing we can do is voice out, as opposed to acting out. I think that, we shouldn't be attacking them in the streets. You know why? Because it doesn't reflect what a true heart dedicated to improving society does. When you really want things to get better for the society, you really want things to get done, the best way for things to get done is for you to, step up and voice how you feel, but then leave the rest for the way life is, or what they call karma, or, just basically, not destroying their properties, because you're angry and, trying to connect with people, try to, intellectually, handle your situations as opposed to emotionally. And, we must remember, there are repercussions for everything that we do. So whatever we do that is wrong, whatever we do that's not positive, whatever we do that is wicked towards another person is always going to come back to us. And, there's no blessing for harm done to another person. So you put them there, you voted for them. You either got to vote them out when it's time, or you got to just, take things in stride and just think of it as, you're paying your patient's dues. And that's all it is. I'm learning that as well. I'm not perfect. I got my moments, but I got to keep it real. That's one thing about me is admitting that you yourself you have opportunities that, you could have been calm and you could have taken things, a little lightly. But we all get impatient and we all get angry. But I think the true strength is when we're able to restrain ourselves when we're at that moment, where it feels like we're going to act. But when we restrain ourselves, then we get to master ourselves. And once you can master yourself, you can always help others, and you can always be stronger than people imagine you to be. You can just imagine, what it's like when you keeping it real and people are just like, wow, what I'm saying? I want to be like that. But all it takes is for you to keep it real. I'm Sola, and this has been Keeping It Real. I miss y'all. I can't lie. See you next time when we got something to talk about. Bless up. I'm Sola. This is Keeping It Real. Let's go. Check out our great sponsors. Start Travel, a great place for you to get the greatest deals on your vacation. The 5-Star Travel Shop, great stuff, cheap and affordable, right from your desktop. Check us out, tpsng.com.